Kenny Holloway 17 back with another EP. So do me a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you if you could hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we up talking this good box. Let YouTube know that you're in the place to be. Let YouTube know that Southern T got you up bright and early. We gonna start this thing out right. I know y'all was wondering, dang, Southern T ain't do his cool boy step and monster in Inoue breakdown, and he been hollering about this fight for a minute. But guess what? I said, you know what, man? I got in this thing just a little late, right? I said I'm gonna wait until the day of, and we go take that morning, and we go break this thing down the right way, which is exactly what we are about to do now. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. I'm trying to let a little more of the film, you know what I mean, scroll on in here before I get into the prediction portion, right? So we gonna talk about this glove situation a little bit. We gonna talk about, you know, some of the main aspects of the fight, the biggest questions that the people got, right? Y'all hold on. What's two on the table? But we go get to the we go get down to that meeting, but let me say what's up to the people in the building first. What's good, cornbread? Shout out my guy cornbread. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, cornbread. I see you in here. He said we back to the morning streams. Yeah, we gonna be up. We gotta get up. We gotta get up around this time tomorrow morning too, where we'll be up watching the actual fight. Cause the fights tomorrow start about 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? Something like that. So yeah, we back to the bright and early junks. Couldn't miss this thing. Could not miss this thing. Right here. This is one of the biggest fights of the year. If not, you know, the biggest one. We got Erlen Bud this week. God damn, we got Erlen Bud this week, which is probably the biggest fight of the year, right? But Cool Boy and Monster Inoue, yeah, it's like if we talking about, you know, what matters, right? If we talking about legacy, we talking about ships, we talking about two of the best fighting the best, right? We talking about the top guys in their division. Then this is most definitely, you know what I mean, one of, if you know, the or the second biggest fight that we got coming this year. No, this fight isn't for undisputed, right? But I think it's pretty safe to say that the feel around this fight is that these are the two best guys, you know what I mean, in the smaller weight classes. The new way being the best guy under, you know what I mean, 18 pounds, right? And Cool Boy 14, you know what I mean, being the guy to beat around, 118, 22, 26. You know what I mean? You got a monster, a new way, anyway, right? Who's been looking indestructible, right? A very athletic, very powerful young man. This is going to be his first fight at the 122-pound division, right? He's facing off against Cool Boy, right? Complete opposite end of the spectrum. He's facing off against Cool Boy, where this is going to be his last fight. You know what I mean? At 122. Some people have been wanting to see this fight. You know what I mean? For a minute. Some people are wondering why did anyway waiting until Cool Boy was literally about to lead the division, right? But we not gonna harp on it because we've been asking for this fight. So I'm not gonna complain about the timing of the fight. You know what I mean? Because we got it. But let's hit on there for a second. You got this fight is great in so many ways, right? Because you got two aspects of it, like beautiful science is what I like to call it, beautiful madness. You got two aspects of it, right? You got one aspect of it, right, where this is Cool Boy's very first fight at 122, and then you got another aspect of it where, I mean, this is Monster Inoue's very first fight at 122, and then you got on the other side, right, you got this being Cool Boy's last fight at 122, right? Both could play a huge factor in this. Sudden see what you mean. Well, we know Monster Inoue, right? This is first time in the division. Is his power going to carry, right? Is the weight going to be too much? Is he going to be able to carry the weight, right? How is he go for his first time at 122? How he go deal with the bigger, how he go deal with the bigger opponent and Cool Boy Steph, right? But Cool Boy got things to worry about too as well on his side. Even though this is his weight class, Cool Boy was literally signed to fight at a different weight class before he took this fight. Now, some people feel like this move may have been strategic, you know what I mean, by Monster Inoue, right? I'm not going to go as far to say, oh, he waited on purpose until Cool Boy Steph was about to leave to try to get him right away thing. I'm not going to go as to that far, you know what I mean? Because even if he did, right, this is boxing. It's about, you know what I mean, putting yourself in the best situation. And if Cool Boy and if Monster Inoue felt like, you know, this was the best time to go, then this was the best time to go, right? Never they say late is always better than never. You know what I mean? So I'm glad we getting the fight. I ain't gonna complain about it. Oh well, Cool Boy. I mean, well, anyway, wait until he left. You know what I mean? This anyway first fight is possibly Cool Boy last fight at 122. So it was now or never. I wish, right, we could get this Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney fight going because it's kind of the same situation. You know what I mean? That's going on. But with that, it's not uncommon for, you know, for guys to come back down to 135 and fight Tank. So that ain't completely, you know, out the ram, right? But I digress. So you got the aspect of it being anyways, first fight at 122, possibly did Cool Boy Steph stay at 122 too long, right? So you got that question. It's up in the atmosphere, yo. I got 6 people in the building. I got 10 likes. Can I get all 10 of y'all to hit that thumbs up? I know more than 6 of y'all been through here. I know it's probably a couple old dudes in here that don't even like me. They wake up bright and early to come in here and check my screen to see what the heck I'm doing. Just understand, I ain't left for Vegas yet. I'll be leaving for Vegas tomorrow, though. So keep watching. But anyway, I digress. Let's get going. Jay Gibb, what's good, Jay Gibb? Appreciate you sliding through this. I'm glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. We in this thing having us a boxing conversation. I ain't gotten to it yet. I'm you know, I'm getting us there. I'm talking about how you know, this gonna be anyways. First fight in the division, possibly Cool Boy Steph's last fight in the division, how it could affect both. You know what I mean? Anyway, could have, you know, trouble adjusting to the division with his power, and Cool Boy Steph could be in this division just one fight too long, right? So you know it's multiple ways you could look at it, but I think all in all, man, I'm glad we got it. It's better late than never. It's better late. What's good, yo? It's better late than never. You know what I mean? And we here now. Shout out my guy Jay Gibb. Appreciate you sliding through. I gotta say what's up to the game the right way. You know what I mean? I gotta say what's up to the gang the right way. I showed I couldn't do that. I gotta say what's up to the gang the right way. What's good, Jay Gibb? But we here, man. It's fight night, Tuesday morning. First thing I wanna address right is the glove situation. Now we all know about the glove situation at this point. If you've been around Southern T, you knew about that glove situation last year. I don't know how many of y'all was in here for this. I don't know how many of y'all, you know what I mean, remember this T, because I had some people, right, who was here for it, you know what I mean, and they still didn't quite remember. But I did a video last year explaining how a Monster Inoue rapping whole situation work. Now everybody is the glove doctor. Everybody is the glove doctor and the hand wrap doctor now, right? But Southern T literally like, it's the thing with me, man. I drop news, I drop information, right? I be so far ahead of my time with it that y'all don't even care about it. And then once you know, one of those big pages said, or you see it on ESPN, right? Now everybody care about it. It's breaking news. Everybody all up in the uproar, right? But literally, over here on Sudden T, we talk about stuff. We talk about stuff, man. We talk about all the right stuff, right? We talk about stuff, and by the time it become breaking news, we not already forgot. Most of y'all didn't already forget that I said it. We not already forget that we had the conversation. You know what I mean? But Cool Boy Steps trainer, he voiced his opinions, he voiced his displeasures with the way that Monster Inoue wraps his hands. Now, what Monster Inoue does is he basically double stacks. Now, you could call it double stacking. You could call it double stacking. You know what I mean? But it's really like, man, double stacking, double wrapping. You could call it that, but it's really like Monster Inoue kind of triple stacking. You know what I mean? His raps, like it's illegal, and no matter what state that you in, it's legal to double wrap your hands in certain places, right? But no matter where you're at, it's illegal for you to put tape directly on the flesh. Monster Inoue puts tape directly on his flesh, and then he goes gauze, tape, more gauze, more tape. You know what I mean? The part where he's putting it on his knuckles, flesh, is illegal, right? And you can't double stack your wraps at all in most states. A couple of them you can. Texas lets you do it, and I think if I'm not mistaken, New York, no, Vegas lets you do it. Vegas lets you do it. No, New York lets you do it, and Vegas lets you do it, right? But where Inoue is from in his country, it's absolutely perfectly fine and legal for him to wrap his hands the way that he wraps his hands, right? But my thing is, everybody is in the uproar, right? Everybody's making a big deal about it. Everybody's in the uproar about it. Everybody's in the uproar about it when, I think more so with Cool Boy and his team, right? They never said that to actually pull out of the fight. They really just said that to let Monster Inoue, right? To let him know, hey, we on to you, just to give him something to think about. It's a mind game thing. It's a mind trick thing. We've gotten way too close for this fight for them to actually pull out the fight, right? You know what I mean? What he was just doing is, I think he was just bringing light to a situation, letting people know that this man hand wraps, this man hand wraps is double stacked. This man hand wraps is double stacked. You know what I mean? But when he signed that contract and they did it and they said it for Japan, Monster Inoue was, Cool Boy Steph was fully aware that Monster Inoue was going to be having his hand wraps like this, right? So I just think, them stating that they pulling out, them bringing light to it. I think that was just a mind game, a jockeying for position to let them know that, we own to you, just to give Inoue something to think about. Maybe if Cool Boy Steph, put it in his head, maybe he won't do it, right? You know what I mean? Maybe he'll feel a little guilty, right? Maybe he won't do it, type deal, right? But I don't think it's such a big deal as everybody making. I get, fighter safety, but where he from, it is legal, right? They are fighting over there where he at, you know what I mean? And Cool Boy Steph very well could do the exact same thing. Cool Boy Steph very well could, do the exact same thing to his gloves as well. So, there's that part of it. So there's that part of it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a big enough reason for them to pull out. I don't think they ever really was, you know what I mean, going to pull out. He's a really hard for Inoue to squeeze into those gloves with those triple stack hand wrap, Vegas and Texas. Yep, Jay Gibb. Yep, those ones that let you do it. Yep, those the ones that let you do it, right? But I digress. I don't think, you know what I mean, the hand wraps are gonna play a huge part in it, because one thing about power, right? One thing with the even having the hand wraps, you gotta land it, right? You gotta land it. Like even Monster himself said it, right? I never fought anybody quite like Cool Boy Steph. Now this ain't something that I said. This is something that Monster Inoue said. Some people, feel like, well, He ain't never fought nobody like Monster. You know what I mean? But this is coming directly from Monster. Monster anyway said, I had never fought anybody quite like Cool Boy Step. Now, let's look at this. If we talking about Monster Inoue is the favorite. I'm not really sure how he's the favorite, right? He's the smaller fighter. He's moving up in the division, right? I know we all, just believe in his power, right? But in actuality, we're not exactly sure how his power is going to translate to and in this new division. You know what I mean? We don't know how his power is really going to translate in this new division, right? When you really look at it, Monster Inoue is the favorite, but I believe that Monster Inoue is fighting an uphill battle. You know what I mean? In this fight for a lot of different reasons, right? Now, the thing with Monster Inoue, everybody speaks on this: his power, his power, his power, his power, right? So my question for y'all is, right? What if Monster Inoue either hits Cool Boy, right, with his power, and Cool Boy isn't phased by it? Because again, this is his first fight. This is his first fight. He said he favor FFW. What you mean, y'all, the FFW? Now let's just say his power does carry, right? But let's say that it doesn't carry to the point where it's like that bone chilling, fight changing, one shot power that he's been having in those lower weight classes. You know what I mean? So if Monster Inoue's ace in the hole is his power, and his power, isn't as devastating in this weight class as it was in the last weight class, does Monster Inoue have the skill, right, and the wherewithal to be able to beat Cool Boy Steph in the boxing match? You know what I mean? And that's where I think the uphill battle comes. Either if Cool Boy Steph for fucking what he the favorite for now my thing is, what if Cool Boy lands his power, right, and it doesn't, I mean, what if Monster anyway lands his power and it doesn't affect Cool Boy, right? Or what if Monster Inoue can't land on, Cool Boy Steph? What if he can't land on Cool Boy Steph and he can't, he can't get the power to actually, you know what I mean? He can't put the power to use if he can't land on him. You got a longer, taller fighter than Cool Boy Steph. So anyway, the question is going to be: is his power going to translate, and is he going to be able to land the shots that he needs to land on Cool Boy in order to be successful? For Cool Boy, it's all about, you know what I mean. Everybody feels like, I don't know why, right? But everybody feels like Cool Boy is going to get stopped. Like people feel like Cool Boy is just going to get in here and he's going to let this smaller guy, you know what I mean, break him down, right? So for Cool Boy, it's going to be about avoiding the big shot, right? It's going to be about avoiding the big shot because as athletic as Inoue is, right, he doesn't have the most educated feet, right? He don't have the best feet. He jumps in, he jumps out, and y'all know in boxing that could be good if it works for you, but that's also extremely unorthodox. It's also extremely unorthodox, and it's dangerous when you in there with a high level boxer like Cool Boy, right? So it's Monster going to, for Cool Boy, he's going to have to avoid that big shot, you know what I mean, from Monster. And for Cool Boy, he's going to have to remain disciplined and not get caught up in fighting this fight where Monster Inoue is most comfortable or will have the advantages. Sudden T, what you mean? Well, we all know that Cool Boy Steph, he displayed his inside fighting, in that fight with Brandon Figueroa. A lot of people didn't think that he had it, but he did display his inside fighting with Brandon Figueroa. But just because you have inside fighting, right, doesn't mean that in this fight that would be the best thing, for you to do. I think in this fight, if I'm Cool Boy Steph, I'm avoid, getting into firefights and getting into the extended inside fighting with Monster Inoue. Sudden T, why you say that? I think Cool Boy may be a better inside fighter. I think he may be stronger, right? But Monster Inoue has his best shot. It's easier. The closer you are, the easier it is for Monster Inoue to hit Cool Boy Step. If Cool Boy Steph is fighting Monster on the inside, then he's playing right into Monster's, you know what I mean, hand. He's making it easier for him. He's making himself easier to be hit. If he's fighting at range, right, then him Monster Inoue being the much, having the much shorter arms, being the smaller fighter, it's going to be hard for him to get on the inside, and it's going to be hard for him to put that power on Cool Boy Steph, right? I think if Cool Boy Steph is going to win this fight, he's going to have to make this a clean fight. He's going to have to make this a smooth fight. I don't want to use Floyd Mayweather, right, for reference, so I use a different example, right? He's going to kind of have to make this fight, and he very well possibly could, right? So I can see this fight going two ways. If Cool Boy Steph is going to win, he's going to have to make this fight look like Devin Haney versus George Kambosos, right? Devin Haney versus George Kambosos one, right? Stay disciplined behind this job. Keep your body out of the line of fire. You know what I mean? Set them up with your jab. Don't sit down with them Don't sit down with them too long. You know what I mean? Get in, get out, type deal. Also, he's going to have to do it extremely effective, right? He's going to have to do it in convincing fashion if I'm Cool Boy, because he is in enemy territory, right? I had saw a fight. Now, they just did the second fight. He ended up losing, right? Franco and Ioka, right? They had a fight over there in Ioka's homeland, right? And I think their first fight, either James Franco won or I think their first fight, James Franco won. You know what I mean? James Franco won. But they called it a draw. And there wasn't the first time, or there hasn't been the first time, right? People feel like, the Asian boxing, commission, the people over there, right, when they call their fights, it's been said in boxing, or the feel around boxing is that they always favor their own. Like, if you beat them, one of them, it's a close fight, you're either going to lose that fight or it's going to be a draw. Mostly, they give it a draw. But they gave Ioku a draw versus Franco, and we all know how that ended up, right? They had a draw. They came back. Franco went on the scales. Franco missed weight by like 6 pounds. They still had to fight, and Ioku ended up beating Franco their second time fairly easy and becoming a champion. You know what I mean? So if Inoue is going to win, if Cool Boy is going to win this, he's going to have to win it in impressive fashion. I say keep the engagement, keep the inside fight to a minimum, right? If if he's trying to force his way on the inside, you touch him up a little bit, you turn him, and you get out of there, right? If Monster Inoue is going to win this fight, he's going to have to be a little more strategic about how he gets on the inside versus what's good, BVO. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, BVO. Y'all do your boy a favor. I got 9 people bidding. I got 11 likes. I know more than 11 of y'all been through here, right? I just had 10 likes. It was 6 of y'all in here. That means 3 more people than came in. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Really appreciate you sliding through. We gonna be here for a little minute. We talking this good boxing, having this conversation. I'm talking about the fight that's gonna be tomorrow morning, right, at 5 a.m. But if Monster Inoue is gonna win this fight, right, he's gonna have to be a little more educated about how he approaches taking the inside. You know what I mean about Cool Boy. Like, okay, now we all know as good as Monster is on offense, right? And he's a damn good offensive fighter, right? His offense is his defense. You know what I mean? One of the best offensive fighters we got. But for as good as his offense is, right, his defense is everything that you would call average, right? If he's an A plus, this is a good player comparison, right? This is a good comparison I got for anyway, right? For my different sports guys, right? My basketball players, right? Think about Carmelo Anthony. Y'all remember Carmelo Anthony in his prime, right? How good Carmelo Anthony was on offense. Couldn't be stopped, really. Could do everything on offense, right? And he had the potential, right? The athletic ability on defense to be just as vicious, but he never really committed to the defensive end the way he committed to the offensive end. And that's kind of how I see Monster Inoue, right? You know what I mean? One of the best offensive fighters that you will ever see, right? Today, for sure, right? One of the best offensive fighters you will ever see. Athletic, explosive, you know what I mean? But for as good and athletic as he is on offense, right? He doesn't use his athleticism and his smarts on defense, kind of like Carmelo Anthony, right? So with Monster Inoue, he's going to have to be a little smarter, a little more cerebral about how he's coming on the inside to attack Cool Boy, because you got to think he's giving up about 4 inches, in arm reach. You know what I mean? Versus Cool Boy. And we all know Cool Boy has no problem boxing your head out. Cool Boy has no problem staying on the outside. Cool Boy has no problems, making this a boxing match, right? What people try to say about Cool Boy, and that's what made Cool Boy, turn his game up in his last couple fights. The way he fought Angelo Leo, the way he fought what's the other boy name? Brandon Figueroa. People were saying, oh, Cool Boy boring. He be running, he be bored. So we know Cool Boy ain't got no problem staying on the outside and boxing your head off. You know what I mean? He has no problem doing it, type deal. So if Monster Inoue, if he's going to be leading all with his offense, if he's not going to use his jab to set up his other stuff, right? If he's not going to use head movement, which he struggles with, right? I think the two biggest things in this factor, right? For the two biggest things in this fight for both fighters, right, is going to be where they place their head, and it's going to be where they place their feet. You know what I mean? More so, for Monster, right? He likes to step straight back and he keeps his head on the line, and he already doesn't have the best, fundamental feet, right? It's not like he has good footwork, but it's mainly athleticism, right? His footwork is mostly athleticism. It's not the fundamental ADC footwork that they teach you in the gym. It's like a herky jerky Manny Pacquiao kind of thing. Jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, right? Type deal. So it's the two most important factors in this fight is going to be where these guys have their heads and where these guys have their feet. For Cool Boy Steph, it's going to be where he has his head and where he has his feet as well. For Cool Boy Steph is one of those dudes, like his feet. Cool Boy Steph will, as of lately, right, for as good a boxer as he is, as of lately, Cool Boy Steph has been inviting the fights, right? In this fight, it's going to be that Cool Boy Steph, doesn't come out. It's going to be important that Cool Boy Steph doesn't come out and start slow in this fight, right? He's on enemy territory. He can't come in here and he can't start slow. You know what I mean? Cool Boy Steph, sometimes he gets in those modes, right? He hasn't done it lately. You know what I mean? He hasn't done it lately. His fight style lately has been anything but this. He's been coming out, fighting guys. But in this fight, right, with him going to their foreign territory, I think he is going to have to, box a little bit. But I don't want him boxing on the inside. I want him using his feet, and I want him staying on the outside, controlling Monster Inoue with his range. Now, Cool Boy Steph is a guy, he does take punches, right? But mostly, Cool Boy Steph doesn't take punches to the head. When Cool Boy Steph get hits, right, the head fall off. If you want to be Cool Boy, you're going to have to hit Cool Boy in the stomach and his body. We all know that Cool Boy was just about to leave this weight class, right? So if Monster Inoue if Cool Boy is going to be successful, he's going to have to stay out of their range, and he's going to have to keep his feet in the right places to where Monster Inoue can't, land on his body. Where Monster Inoue, can't land on his body. Because I don't just from what I noticed, right? When Cool Boy gets hit in the body, right, he does have a bit of a reaction. You know what I mean? Cool, like nobody really likes it to the body, right? But I've noticed that Cool Boy is a little susceptible to damage in the body. With Monster Inoue, he does have a bit of a body attack, but he mainly wants to get the knockouts and get the stoppage. Inoue is going to have to focus a little more on Cool Boy's body if he wants to win this, to slow their head down. And if I'm Cool Boy, you got to stay out of their range, keep your body out of their range, and use your distance, on the outside. For this fight, it's really simple. I personally, now this is, if everything is fair and square, right? Everything is on the even playing field. Me personally, I don't see a version of Monster Inoue outboxing Cool Boy Steph. Now, but the fact that it is in his hometown, right? If this fight is a boxing match, right? If this fight goes 12, I would lean Cool Boy Steph. I would take Cool Boy Steph every day of the week. If Monster's going to win this fight, I believe that he's going to have to stop Cool Boy, or he's going to have to, knock Cool Boy down a couple times. Now, the thing where that gets tricky is to where I think Cool Boy can outbox Monster. I do if Monster Power does carry, because if Monster Power doesn't carry, Monster is in trouble, and this fight ain't gonna be close at all. You know what I mean? I'm talking right now as if Monster Power is going to carry to the next weight, right? If Monster Power don't carry to the next weight, this not gonna be a close fight at all. You know what I mean? But if Monster's gonna win this fight, he's gonna have to land on Cool Boy. He's gonna have to land on him often, and I think he's gonna have to hurt him. But if this fight goes the distance outside of, Monster being able to knock Cool Boy down a few times, I don't see Monster being able to beat Cool Boy on the points. Now, what the fam has been voicing to me, right? What the fam has been saying, right, is it's gonna be hard for Cool Boy to beat him on those cards in his country, which is true. That is 100% true, right? But if Cool Boy comes in on his A game and Monster Inoue comes in on his A game and Monster Inoue power doesn't quite transfer, then I think this is going to be a one-sided affair, you know what I mean, for Cool Boy, because people say Cool Boy don't got power, but you got to think, anyways, a smaller guy. This is Cool Boy's weight class. If Cool Boy ain't feeling Monster anyway, then Cool Boy very well could stop Monster anyway. Now the thing that everybody's thinking going to happen, right? Even Vegas, right? Because nobody's really, now you got a lot of us, right? You got a lot of us, a lot of about us. I mean, people in the YouTube family, right? You got a lot of us picking Cool Boy Steph to win, right? But the masses, like Vegas and the mainstream media, none of them feel like that Cool Boy Steph win this fight. And I know you probably listen to my EP and you say this sound real biased towards Cool Boy. I mean, do you go to the mainstream media and tell them that they sound biased towards somebody else? Now this is a great fight. I call it a 50-50 fight, given that everything was good. Teddy, shout out my guy Teddy. It's a 50-50 fight, given that everything's happening the way it's supposed to. Given that everything happened the way it's supposed to, right? It's a 50-50 fight. You know what I mean? But it's not a 50-50 fight for two reasons. If Monster hits Cool Boy and Cool Boy can't handle his power, which I think is less likely to happen than if Monster hits Cool Boy, right, and Cool Boy can handle his power. I think it's more likely to happen, right, that Cool Boy can handle the power of Monster than Cool Boy can't. Right? It's kind of y'all want to know what I'm comparing it to, and in that fight this week as well, right? Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, right? Mostly when you hear about Monster and Bud winning, their fights against their respective people, Fulton and Earl, you hear knockout power, right? But then you really got to think about it. Those guys are the smaller guys facing bigger guys, and throughout their career, their main weapon, their mainstay has always been that power, right? Oh, they can throw that power in there, and they could break up in the fight, and they could cause commotion. They could come back from fights when they losing with their power, right? But in this fight, they're going up against another elite fighter, right? And they're the smaller guy. So is that power exactly, Crush? Is that power guaranteed to carry? I think it's guaranteed. I think, right, what's more realistic than Monster Inoue hitting Cool Boy and breaking him up and knocking him out, if Monster Inoue hitting Cool Boy and Cool Boy, let's just say the power is effective, Cool Boy being able to adjust with the power you know what I mean, and making it a 12-round fight. Or I think it's more likely that Monster Inoue may hit Cool Boy and it may not be able to affect him at all. You know what I mean? At all. People are always saying, what if, Monster hit Cool Boy and hurt him? What if Cool Boy hit Monster? What if Monster just a little too small for Cool Boy? Did y'all happen to see those weigh-ins? Now I say this, Cool Boy ain't the buffest guy, right? He ain't the biggest, the buffest guy never been, but he is sizably bigger than Monster. Now Monster is used to fighting guys bigger than him, right? He about half, he about what and what, right? Half the guys be smaller than him, half of them be his size. You know what I mean? But he is comfortable fighting guys, that's bigger than him. But Cool Boy looked jacked at that way in. You know what I mean? I think everybody's saying, is he gonna be able to handle? No, is he gonna be able to handle that? Did y'all happen to see that weigh in? Cool Boy looked jacked, man. He looked ready. You know what I mean? I don't think that the power is going to play as big a part as everybody thinks it is. I think this fight is going to come down to who's more skilled. You know what I mean? Because I think the power is really going to cancel itself out. When you really look at it, let's just say that you feel like Monster Inoue is the harder puncher. You got to take into consideration that he's moving up in the division, right? So, bare minimum, the power is going to even itself out. You know what I mean? It's going to even itself out. And if the power evens itself out, then it becomes a battle of skill, right? Let's just say that you feel like they're evenly skilled, like they're evenly matched on the skill tip, right? Then it's going to come down to the size. I feel extremely confident, right? I feel extremely confident in this fight. I'm taking Stephon Fortune to win by the points. I got the upset. I got Cool Boy Fortune with the upset over Monster Inoue. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's boxing ability. I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's ability to adjust on the fly. I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's range. I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's athleticism. I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's. Last but not least, right? And I say this for last on purpose. I'm extremely confident in Cool Boy's jab. You know what I mean? I think the jab is what's going to be the difference. I think the jab is what's going to be the difference, right? I know, Yoda. I was saying if you feel like they are, you know what I mean? If you feel like they are, right? I'm really betting, right? I'm banking tonight. I'm betting on Cool Boy's jab. You know what I mean? I think his range and his jab is going to be the problem. Monster Inoue, again, I said this earlier. I think this is going to be the difference. Their feet. Monster Inoue doesn't have the best, the most cerebral, educated feet. He kind of forces his way in to land his shot because he knows his shot is going to land and he's going to hurt you. But he's fighting a bigger guy, Cool Boy. What if he jump in on Cool Boy and he can't land, or he jumps in on Cool Boy and that power don't work the way that he thinks it gonna work? Cool Boy is all offense. He substitutes a little bit of his defense for offense. He's the kind of guy who will power through a punch to get his off because he's so confident in his punch. You know what I mean? And my guy Teddy said something about this a little earlier. In doing so, he's left himself to get hurt in a few of those fights. He's broken his nose and his eye socket in a few fights. You know what I mean? He gets hit, right? He does get hit. Yo, I got 12 people in the building. I got 14 likes. Y'all get your boy to 20 likes. I know more than 20 of y'all been through here. I know more than 14 of y'all been through here. I know more than 12 of y'all been through here. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in, whether you just passing through. I know it's other people live right now. I know y'all going to work. I know some of y'all just getting up. But we gonna be here for a minute this morning because I ain't had this talk week, and I want to have it on the morning of. You know what I mean? We right now we 12 hours away from Cool Boy versus Inoue, right? Literally 12 hours from this stream right now with you in the building with me. We 12 hours away from it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. We getting y'all hype. We getting y'all ready. Skills. What's good, Skills? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Shout out to my guy Josh Sanders. What's good, Josh? Appreciate you sliding through. You know what I mean? But the way that Monster Inoue gets his shots off, right? He likes to jump in. He doesn't have the most educated feet. He's a great fighter, right? But he's a great offensive fighter. not a great complete fighter. I think that Cool Boy Steph is is a complete fighter. You know what I mean? Look at this, guys. I'm going through this thing. I'm getting ready to bring the camera back. But look at this. Y'all see this? That was a year ago. Y'all see that? That was a year ago. Cool Boy versus Inoue. He know both fighters hitting that future fight. You know what I mean? I'm looking for my hand wrap video right now. Yo, yeah, my bad. But yeah, it is tomorrow morning. It's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We got about 12 hours to that thing. But yeah, I digress. I think Monster Inoue's feet is going to Big Tex. What's good, Big Tex? I think Monster Inoue's feet is going to be what gets him into trouble. I think his feet is going to get him in the most trouble, right? The way he jumps in, he got that Manny Pacquiao. He got that Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Kind of style. He got that Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Kind of style where he like to jump in and out. And I think a guy like Cool Boy, he gonna be able to sit back, right? He gonna be able to sit back. He gonna be able to line him up, and I think he gonna be able to jab him and occasionally throw that 1-2 in there. You know what I mean? Or when he need to, type deal. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be everything that we asked for. It's most definitely going to be exciting, right? For a reason that I answered, because you know when the guy is confident in his power, right? When the guy is confident, here we go. When the guy is confident in his power, like Monster Inoue is, again, he feels like all I got to do is land that shot. So guys like that are fighters all the way through the fight because they know if I land this shot, then I could change the whole fight. I could change, you know what I mean, what's going on. He knows if I can land this shot, I could change the fight. I could change what's going on. Here go the Monster Inoue. Here go the Monster Inoue hand wrap video. I'm finna show y'all some. I went to this for a reason, right? Here go this Monster Inoue hand wrap video. Now look, everybody, everybody been making a big deal. Everybody been making a big deal about this thing right this past week. Look at this. I want to show y'all something. Look at this. That was a year ago. That was a year ago. Inoue's rapping process illegal in the U.S., but legal in Japan. You know what I mean? That was a year ago. You know what I mean, man? That was a year ago. That was a year ago, bro. You know what I mean? And everybody talking about this like this, like everybody talking about this like that's a big deal. Which it really is though, but you know what I mean? If y'all be over here at T, man, we be so far ahead of the game sometimes that it don't even be important. You know what I mean? It feel like just a regular story because we be so far ahead of the game over here on Southern T. It be feeling like just a regular story. Let's roll up though. I'm still putting my clothes on. Last week, actually one last week. It was this week. It was Tuesday. I'm finna put the same thing on. Anyway, they faced off this Tuesday in a battle for was it 3 belts? 3 belts in the weight class in the 118-pound division. They faced off in a contest in which Monster Inoue, was successful. He beat Nonito Donaire by knockout. He beat Nonito Donaire by knockout.
Yeah, Ghost.
You know what I mean?
And that's basically what I'm getting at, Ghost. It's basically what I said too, Ghost. I said, man, at this point, Cool Boy didn't really knew. I felt like Cool Boy spoke about the gloves as like a, you know, a mental edge thing. Ghost. I feel like Cool Boy spoke about the gloves. It's like a mental edge thing, Ghost. You know what I mean? Just to put something on his mind. I don't think that was ever gonna pull out that fight. They knew about the hand wrapping before they went in. I just think it's like gamesmanship. I think it's a gamesmanship thing. I think it's a gamesmanship thing that they doing. Or you know what I mean? Right? But I digress, right? This was a year ago. I really don't see a problem with it. You know what I mean? I don't see a problem with the hand wrap. Hold on, let me put on. I feel like I got my uncle shirt on. Let me put on the better shirt. I personally don't see a problem, you know what I mean, with the hand wrap, especially since it's legal for Cool Boy Step 2. I think Cool Boy Step knew the process, right? I think they just jockeying for position, right? If they bring it up, if they could get them not to do it, right? If they bring it up, if they could get them not to do it, then it's a win for Cool Boy. If they bring it up and they don't do it, they gonna fight their fight anyway because they already knew. They already knew before going in there. They already knew before going in there. You know what I mean? But I'm about to tell y'all what Nonito had to say. Right? I got 15 people in the building. Y'all hit that thumbs up. This video is a year old, y'all, right? This video is a year old, y'all. We talked about this a year ago, right? But we gonna bring it back since it's a new topic now, right? It's a new topic now, right? So we gonna bring it back, right? But let's listen to what Nonito really had to say. I'm about to roll up. Y'all hit the thumbs up for you, boy.
Second round knockout. Nonito Donaire.
Nonito Donaire is the one who exposed this to us to begin with.
Some people feel like Nonito Donaire.
Yeah, shout out my guy Thomas Davis.
One of the people who necessarily feel like that. I think.
Shout out my guy Thomas Davis, man. But let's listen to what Nonito had to say, man.
He could be anyone, and they do.
Let's listen to what Nonito had to say about it, man. Take, MMA.
You know what I mean? First knockout.
Jizzle.
Second round knockout. Nonito Donaire he looked extremely, overmatched in the contest. Some people say Nonito Donaire should retire. I'm not one of the people who necessarily feel like that. I think he could be anyone in their division, maybe a lower division, not named. Monster anyway. We gonna get to at least say what's up to my
y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live.
Appreciate you sliding through. Reach with 5.
Let me say what's up to y'all. What's good, Tay Tay, Jay Gibson, Josh Sanders, Skills from New Orleans. Who go to rapping process, y'all. It's really what I wanted to. Let me know if y'all can see it.
It's gonna be this white piece of padding. Gonna be a white piece of padding. Can you guys see the white piece of padding that's sticking up?
I'm finna give y'all a better look at it.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna do y'all one better. I'm
finna bring it up on the screen. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. But yeah, I'm finna show y'all the rapping process. Just like I did last year. I'm gonna show y'all the whole rapping process. Stick around.
Champion undefeated.
I think it was right after, but I remember like it was yesterday. It was. It was right after, bro. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy.
I got y'all so y'all can see it. It's gonna be a white piece of padding.
I'm finna bring it up on the screen. Y'all hit that thumbs up. I'm finna bring it up on the screen.
For yourself, and I'm gonna tell you, what I came up with. I'm gonna tell you what I discovered, came up with it as in discover, Google research.
He said Martha is literally making the cash sleep.
Get it up for y'all right now. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, cause I'm a Donaire fan. I ain't like that shit. He hit Donaire. He done there knocked Donaire head off. There you go. Y'all see it better now. Y'all be able to see it better now. Shay, girl, what's good, Shay? Fights tonight, y'all. The fight is 5 in the morning. So when you go to sleep and wake up, fights gonna be popping.
This what he doing now was good. This legal. This legal. You
See?
this white piece of padding right here. They're putting over the knuckle as they wrap it. They got this white piece sticking out. Then they got the padding. Right here, see? That's the gauze. And that white piece sticking out right there.
See?
This white piece is the piece that's in question. This white piece right here is the piece that's in question. This is what's, you see how it extends. Now it adds. Now I'm sure that Inoue, right, is using it for a layer of protection, right? And he's not using it, as an advantage for punching power, right?
And see, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
That he's using it for an advantage for punching power.
It's legal in Texas and Vegas, Ghost.
The reason he's using it is to protect his hands. You know what I mean? But even with all that being said, you see how it go down from there? Even with all that being said, you know what I mean? This is legal. It is legal where he's at. It is legal where he is at. You know what I mean? Where a fight took place at, where him and Donaire fought at, this is legal. You know what I mean? You can see it, kind of see it right here. This is legal where this fight took place at. But my thing is,
he created manufactured power.
Teddy, and I see you down there, Teddy. What's good, D-Man? I see y'all down there. Y'all smash that like button for the on the way in. The thing is, if this fight took place in the U.S., if this fight took place in America,
yeah, it's legal in Japan, Tay.
Like he wouldn't be able.
It's legal in Japan, Texas, and Las Vegas.
Extra piece, right?
But it's illegal to put tape directly on your hand, right? If you pay attention to it, he got tape directly on his hand. You got to have a gauze. He got tape on his hand.
Takes it to the back. If you do on the floor, make you clean it up.
Well, yeah, my daughter's on this video.
This piece of padding.
Fuck you talking about?
This fight was taking place.
I'm talking to my daughters on this video. Niggas better not tell me I don't be doing my goddamn job right here. But I digress.
Mr. Anderson, again, I'm gonna explain, Mr. Anderson. Now, I'm pretty sure the reason that Inoue is using it, right, is to protect his knuckle, right? But at the same time, I do see, how people are upset that, maybe that has something to do with Inoue, punching power against Donaire. Some people don't like.
I ain't like how he knocked out Donaire, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like that shit.
This surface, and now you got people speculating rather.
I ain't like that shit, but
Inoue had over Donaire, Tuesday on fight night. You know what I mean, or fight day. Now I will say in Japan this is legal. You know what I mean, but in the U.S. this will not be legal. You know what I mean. So he
got the
If Donaire Inoue fought over here,
Ghost. The thing be Ghost, you can't have tape. Ghost, you can't tape your hand, Ghost. You gotta put gauze. You gotta put gauze on your hand because when you tape your hand and you sweat, it's like a cast. No, you can't. You're a trainer. You can't put tape on your bare hand. You gotta go gauze, tape. You know what I mean? You can't go tape, gauze, tape, more gauze, tape. You know what I mean?
And then they wrapped it again.
You can't go straight to your hand. You see, ain't no gauze. See, he got his hand on his tape. Ain't no gauze on there. No gauze. There's no gauze on there.
And then
that's the cheating part, right? That's illegal everywhere, Ghost. And you know that though. That part is illegal.
You know what I mean?
If you got gauze on your hand, you could do that. He ain't got no gauze on his hand, Ghost.
See,
no, it ain't, Ghost.
Right?
Ghost, you can't, Ghost. You can't wrap your hand, bro, without having gauze on it, bro. You got Ghost. Ain't no gauze on there, Ghost. You gotta have gauze on there, Ghost. It's illegal. That part is illegal.
Right?
That part right there.
To the
Now, yeah, now not in Japan. Yeah, now I'm talking about here. I'm talking about here. Yeah, not in Japan. But in like you could hold on.
Boom.
In America, you could double wrap your hands like you're doing, but in America, you can't have tape on your hand. In Japan, you can have tape on your hand, but you can't have tape. You gotta be gauze. Even if it's a little thin sheet, you gotta be gauze, then tape.
You see, they wrapped it right. His wrist is double wrapped, which is normal. You know, you gotta keep the protection on your wrist. That shit hurt when you punch. That shit hurt your wrist like a motherfucker, right? So they double wrapped it, right? They double wrapped his wrist, right? They wrapped his hand to the inside. You see his hand right here, his fingers, right? You see his hand right there. They wrapped his
Y'all can see
the inside of his hand right here. This is where they wrap it. Where they're wrapping, you know, where they're wrapping the pad and the gauze now is where they wrap to the inside, right? So they wrapped his wrist and wrapped his hand to the inside.
Said the rule don't say nothing about the tape going out. That they knew that stuff pre-fight. Should negotiate not to be used in issue for. Now you can't the tape. You can't put tape directly on your hand.
You know what I mean?
You can't put tape directly on your hand.
So they double wrap, you know, the gauze and the protection. You know, you can see where it comes down. You know, right here. Type deal. You see where the padding thing come down. But yeah. So what he did is legal where this fight took place. Now my thing is, look how Inoue looked at the camera real quick.
But again, what he doing? It's just illegal to take knuckles in U.S. That's all it says. Yeah, do what I'm saying. Knuckles go. Yeah, exactly, goes.
And then they're adding another.
We could again in Texas and Vegas. In Texas and Vegas, you could double wrap your gloves. It's legal. What he doing is legal in some states in America, right? But you must put gauze over your hands first. You must put gauze over your hands first. Now, him not putting gauze on his hands and then taping it, that part is illegal. That is illegal. And that was him getting taped up before the Darnell fight. You know what I mean? That was him getting taped up for the Darnell fight. But I'm not saying pull out the fight. I'm not saying pull out the fight because I really just think he brought attention to it. I think he brought attention to it as like gamesmanship, right? To put something on Cool Boy head. To put something on his head. You know what I mean? But then again, Cool Boy does have, right? Cool Boy does have the option, right, to do this as well. But in no place, right? And I have to see in Japan, but I'm not sure about Japan rules, but I know in America that you can't put tape directly on your skin. I know that much. And he had tape directly on his skin. Now, I'm not really sure. That's the thing, way I sent you the rules. Someone posted on Twitter earlier. Now, I'm not sure if you could put tape directly on your hand in Japan, but I know nowhere in America you could do that, right? But I digress. I'm gonna let it finish out for y'all. We ain't got that long left. It's about what? This is about 6 more minutes on it.
So then they flip the gauze back, you know. So we just
I'm breaking down the process.
Right?
They're about to flip the gauze.
We just saw the gauze extended.
Right? I'm finna show y'all. I'm gonna bring it up. Let me find my blog. This is another part people don't like. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. 16 y'all in. Hold on. So I'm finna show y'all. They about to flip the padding back. Hold on. They about to flip the padding back. Hold on.
Here we can see the gauze extended, right? You see the piece hanging out? You see the piece hanging out over the top, right? You see the piece? And now as we continue to play the video, you're going to see he takes this top piece and he folds it back over the knuckle. You know, so now there's 3 times. You know, look, he folds it back. Now
see him folding it back?
Hanging piece back. I'm going to let you see the extended. Boom. Wait.
See him folding it back?
He folds the hanging piece back. Now you see it.
Oh, you see it's hanging? You see it's hanging, this piece right here? You see it's hanging? This piece? He gonna fold that piece backwards. Hold on.
it's no longer two flaps right here. It's just one flap. It's just a piece of, I guess styrofoam, whatever. I don't know what it is. Just an extra piece of padding. Just an extra piece of padding right there. You don't see the two extended. The piece that was hanging up, he folds it back.
See that piece? He about to fold that long piece that's hanging over.
And
he about to fold it backwards over the knuckle.
You know what I mean? Now he's wrapping it again.
Quick.
But that's the video, in question right there. Now I'm gonna get back to the chat.
I'm gonna show y'all again. He folded the piece backwards.
The hanging piece back. Now you see, it is no longer two flaps. Right. Here we can see the gauze extended, right? See the piece hanging out.
See two flaps
over the top, right? You see the piece. And now as we continue to play the video,
it's two pieces.
You want to see he takes this top piece.
He gonna fold one of the pieces backwards and press it down.
3 times.
See, look, he pressing it.
Look, he folds it back. Now he folds the hanging piece back.
See? Y'all saw the piece I was just showing y'all that was hanging forward over the glove? The piece I was just showing y'all hanging forward over the gloves, he pushing it down. He bent it backwards. He pushing it down. He got to hold it down, and he about to wrap it. You see how he got to hold it down while he wrap it? He folded one of the pieces back. He about to hold it down and wrap it and tape over that. So, for an example, right? He got two pieces. Let's just use this, right? He got two flaps, right? He got, let's say these is hand wraps, right? He got two pieces, right? They taking one of the pieces, they folding it back over the hand, pressing it down over the knuckle, over the gauze. One of the gauze go over your knuckle and over your fingers, it fold, right? Your hand fold like a fist. They taking that second piece, folding it back over his knuckle, putting that part over his hand, and they taping it down. So you got this piece over his hand, and then you got that second flap folded back over the knuckle, right? You know what I mean? So it's like they got two pieces of styrofoam hanging up. They take one, fold it back, tape it down. You know what I mean? And then they take it, fold it, tape it. But I digress. You can see him pushing it down. He holding it down before he takes that down. Now, this is legal in Japan.
I'm gonna let you see the extended. Boom. Wait.
You see? You see, he just folded it down. He taped over. You saw how fast he had to do it? Because that thing gonna come back up. It's gonna come back up if he don't hurry up and tape it down. Look how fast he taped it down when he moved his hand.
So now it's 3 times. Look, he folds it back. Now he folds
look how fast he taped it when he look.
I'm gonna let you see it extended. Boom. Wait.
Inoue gotta help him do it so he can hold it down.
Back. Now you see, it's no longer.
You know what I mean?
Flaps right here. It's just one flap.
Anyway, gotta hold it for him, to help him get it down. But again, that's legal in Japan, right? Cool Boy Step knew, you know what I mean? They knew about it going into it. I don't think that, they were ever going to pull out of their fight. New Fat Boy Fitness. What's good, Fat Boy? He's like sliding through. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Fat Boy. Glad you can make y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. That they said his hands look like MMA gloves a little bit, don't the way you rap? Way you wrapped it, huh? Tape on the skin is illegal, but man, it is what it is. Shout out my girl Shay, girl. Appreciate you trying to do this thing, Shay. My comments don't want to go up there. Y'all got 15 people in the building. I know more than 15 of y'all been through here. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Tay said, T, I don't think he should. I don't like it. He said, I don't like it. I mean, I believe he gonna be just fine, right? Because the thing about Power is, right, and we can get back to the breakdown, right? I want to make sure that I showed y'all that. I want to make sure I showed y'all. I'm gonna let y'all be our judge. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge on yourself. That's what I like to do over here at T. I show y'all the facts, and I let y'all be the judge, right? I ain't here to make decisions for y'all, but you know what I mean. I tell you this. I tell you this. PJ's Big Dog, what's good, pimp? PJ sliding through. Shout out my guy PJ. Glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. I got 14 people in the theater. I got 21 likes. I know more than 21 of y'all been through here. Y'all help get your boy right. Get your boy going in there. I'll go. Let YouTube know that we in the place to be. Right. So I just showed y'all the glove wrapping process. I'm gonna let y'all take that do as you may with it, right? If y'all just sliding in, my fight prediction is Cool Boy on the points, right? I don't know if it's gonna be a UD or SD. I ain't sure. It's gonna be hard for him to get a decision over there, right? But I'm thinking, right, if this fight plays out like I think it's gonna play out, I think it's gonna be hard for him to get a decision over there. But I think it's gonna be even harder for Monster Inoue to get on the inside, right, and land on Cool Boy like he need to. You know what I mean? I was saying earlier, Cool Boy, Monster Inoue having that power, right? Him being so successful with his power up until this point, it's a gift and a curse because you're stepping in there with a guy who's bigger than you, right? You stepping into his division. Is your power going to translate? And you having so much power throughout your whole life, again, he's a fighter who's offensive. His offense, right? His offense is his defense. Monster offense is his defense. You know what I mean? So he's a guy like he would kind of take some shots to get his off because throughout his life, I hit guys and they fall. This your first fight at a bigger division, right? You fighting a guy who is just as athletic, if not more athletic, right? And who's bigger than you. You know what I mean? This you don't necessarily want to take punches, you know what I mean, to get yours off in here. You know what I mean? He's gotten comfortable hitting guys and they fall. What's your plan if you hit this guy, right, and he don't fall? We see when guys hit him back, they can do damage. You know what I mean? They can do damage. You know what I mean? He can do damage. He can do damage and he can be hurt. We've seen him break guys' face. We've seen his face be broken. You know what I mean? Type deal. But I think this fight is going to come down more to rather than the power, because I think the power kind of go balance itself out. I think the power go balance itself out. I've been saying for a while that Cool Boy Step. I think this before he even got to this point. But I've been saying for a minute, I think Cool Boy Step is one of those ones. I think he gonna be mentioned. I think his name is gonna be mentioned in there with you. And you can ask my guy Yoda. I've been saying for a minute. I think Cool Boy Step name is gonna be mentioned with the greats. I think Cool Boy Step name is gonna be mentioned. Is one of the best fighters of our generation. I think when we get down to naming, bro, you remember Earl Spence, you remember Terrence Crawford, bro, you remember Tank Davis, bro, you remember Devin Haney, bro. I think we go say the same thing about Stephon Forts, and I think this is going to be the night. I think tonight, right? Tonight, tomorrow morning, however you want to do it. In my mind, it's tonight to me. In my mind, it's tonight. On the type of time that I work on, it's tonight. You know what I mean? But this gonna be his shot. This gonna be his shot. You know what I mean? This gonna be the fight, right? And I think it's gonna be a little easier than a lot of people think, because I think anyway gonna have a hard time trying to find him. You know what I mean? I think he gonna have a hard time trying to find Cool Boy tonight, right? And I think when he do find Cool Boy, he's not going to be able to find him as often. He's anyway agreed to Fortune, which Chris I'm seeing on Twitter. He agreed to what? What he agreed to? What he agreed to, Thomas? What he agreed to, Thomas? Who page is on? Who page is on, Thomas? Let me see if I can find it. Who page is on, Tom? Where you see it at? They just weighed in too. They weighed in. Cool Boy weighed in 121. Anyway, weighed in 121. Yo, Cool Boy is 121.9. Anyway is 121.7. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Shout out my guy Thomas, man. Appreciate you, Thomas. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out my guy Thomas Dave. I'm about to read that thing for you. Twitter did change his logo. Thomas, how the hell you read that? This shit in Japanese. Thomas, that shit in Japanese. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. But this fight, man, this gonna be the one. But bro, the fact that Cool Boy is 121.9, anyway, 121.7, that means Cool Boy. That mean Cool Boy fight. He said the translation. What did it say? Matter of fact, let me do that. Let me translate it. Man, Jay, that's Japanese like a mud. Mr. Mechanical was good. Shout out my guy, Mr. Let me put quick. I ain't get quick. No, was good. Shout out Queen Quick. We just slide through this thing quick. Yeah, my guy PJ Big Dog was good. Mr. Mechanical was good. Mr. Mechanical. Let me translation that shit, man. How you translate? It said it won't let me do it. Hold on, let me see. What the fuck did this shit say? Man, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Hey, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. No, man. Quiet down. Don't do me. Come, tell me, man. Don't do me like that, Thomas. He's in Naeem anyways. Bandage problem settled, wrapped in gauze and taped. Okay. She said, let me translate it. Probably say, fuck you. There's Lil Wayne being anyway, about to get punched. Mr. Mechanical, like, check DMs. I see your tweet about the hand wraps too, guys. Hand wraps shall be restricted no more than 20 yards of soft gauze, not more than 2 inches wide. The gauze shall be held in place by no more than 8 feet of adhesive tape. No more than 1 1/2 inches wide. The adhesive tape shall not cover any part of the knuckles when the hand is clenched to make a fist. The use of water or any liquid or material on tape is strictly prohibited. Hands shall be applied in the dressing room in the presence of commissioner, representative, and if requested, one representative of the boxer. All right, but you look, Ghost, no liquid or other material should be required. That's why they don't let you put tape directly on your hand. Anyway, clearly had tape directly on his hand on that video that I showed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, he said, "My read me love you long time, man." I'm finna go copy and paste it. I'm finna copy and paste it, and then I'm gonna read the whole article. Though we better do. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. As y'all roll on in. I got 17 people in the bed. I know it's probably some old weirdo niggas watching me right now. I know it's probably some old weirdo niggas watching me right now. But y'all hit that thumbs up. All my real niggas hit that thumbs up, man. Not the old weirdo niggas that be stalking my page and shit. Either anyway about to get stopped. You got Cool Boy Ghost. I can't believe you got Cool Boy Ghost. I just knew you had anyway in this thing. It's gonna be on ESPN in America. I'm finna get this story for y'all. I'm finna get this story for y'all. Hit that thumbs up for you. But I'm finna figure this shit out for y'all. I'm finna figure this out for y'all. I'm finna figure this out for y'all, man. For real. Cause I want to know exactly. I want to know exactly what happened. Y'all just think he ducked Reese? Let's see. Maybe somebody translated it in the comments. Let's see. Percocet. My Percocet. Said 5. I'm gonna see. He's gonna be on like 5 a.m. Yup, 5 a.m. The fight gonna be on at 5 a.m. Let me see what this say. I'm finna copy and paste the first half, right? I'm finna copy and paste first. I don't like not knowing. I don't like not knowing what's going on. Now we finna translate this. We finna translate this. Translate into English. Paste. Boom. You know, I'm old, Tills. I don't like not knowing this. I don't like not knowing what shit's mean, man. Let me see. I don't like not knowing what shit mean, man. I want to read it. My soul gotta know. My soul gotta know what they said. My soul gotta know what they said. God damn. He said, did you see Steph Trainer showing them using gloves that was not sealed? They doing everything. Yeah, I saw it, buddy. I saw it, buddy. But see, on that one, they saying that everything fixed. Everything fixed. I'm trying to see. I can't read that shit though, man. And even maybe I copied and paste too much. I'm finna copy and paste this. I'm finna copy and paste this part, right? Man, I need some Japanese friends. I need some Japanese friends, man. Mm. But yeah, they say they sell the situation. I don't know exactly what it said, but they say the translation on the first part say they sell the situation, but that could be bullcrap. My thing is, I don't think it's. I more so think it was gamesmanship from that corner. I think they know they in Japan, man. They know that man goes. They know that man go wrap his hands the way that he wrap his hands. So you know what I mean? I think they threw it out there, right, to make anyway think a little bit. Maybe if you could get him to not do it, if you get him to not do it, then you won, right? If you get him to not do it, then there's one cool boy, right? I think the trainer knew exactly what he was doing. The trainer had to be the one to say it. The trainer that was smart on him. He brought light to it. Maybe he make them panic, and maybe they don't do it at all now, right? Maybe they going there with regular rap. Maybe he don't wrap his hands the way he been wrapping his hands. You know what I mean? And if he get them to do that, then that's a win for Cool Boy. But I really just think that the trainer was bringing attention to it on some, you know, on some cerebral type shit, on some, playing mind games. You know what I mean? Because he said, and we're ready to walk away from this fight. And y'all saw Cool Boy face, and I don't think the trainer was really ready to walk away, but that was part of the gamesmanship. He don't know if he's serious or not. You know what I mean? And if that article is true, and anyway did, anyway did decide, to change the gloves back then, that's most definitely a win for Cool Boy, right? But look though, let me tell y'all something while you're here for my gambling guys, right? This fight to go the distance is plus 120, right? Fulton and Inoue, Fulton versus Inoue, distance is plus 120, right? So that means that if this fight go the distance, right? That means nobody got to win, right? If the fight go the distance, that means Cool Boy can win. That means Monster can win, right? You know what I mean? Right? If the fight goes the distance, that means 100 will win 220, right? So that's basically the line. My thing is that's the safest bet that you could bet, y'all. If y'all got some big money, for real though, like I'm telling y'all, like I normally don't do this directly, right? If y'all got big money, bro, take it all. Take it, not all of it, right? Not all of it. Take it and bet on this fight, bro, at 7 tomorrow morning. Bet it to go the distance. We not picking the winner, right? I'm saying this is the safest bet that you could make. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to pick a winner, but you will have to bet a little something on it, right? To really get where you want to get it. To really get where 50 could win you 100, right? And 100 could win you 220. But you know what I'm saying? If you got some, let's just say you made some good moves, you got some investments, right? If you got about $500, you know what I mean? And you want to double it up. If you got some money, you want to double it. Whatever the amount of money you want to double, right? This gonna be one thing, one fight. Whatever amount you want to double, whatever you put in it, basically it double it. That's how that one go. 100 is plus 120. That means you double up. If you bet 5, you'll win 10. If you bet 20, you'll win 40. You know what I mean? If you bet 40, you'll win 8. You bet 80, you'll win 160. You know what I mean? This one fight. One thing, we ain't even picking a winner. We taking this fight to go the distance. That means they got to go 12 rounds. These two high-level fighters, all they got to do is go 12. Now, if you feeling extra confident, right, and you want to put it on Cool Boy, you do that. That's even more money, right? But all we doing is taking this fight to go the distance, right, for my bettors. You know what I mean? You can't beat that with a stick, bro. You know what I mean? If you got 10,000 to bet, you'll win 20,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of junk. This one fight, right? I'm gonna do some parlays and see, later on with the other and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna take Cool Boy. But one thing, you know what I mean? One fight to go the distance. If you got 50, you win 100. You know what I mean? If you got 25, you win 50. You know what I mean? But you can't beat that with a stick by itself. By itself, that'll be the only junk. And I'm gonna put a pretty penny on that junk this weekend. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna put a pretty penny on it though. On that bet right there, you see on the screen. He said Fulton line went down from 210, 285. Yeah, Thomas. Yep, I'm doing that junk too. But for sure, like my for sure bet is the distance. But yeah, I got Cool Boy winning on the points. You know what I mean? I got Cool Boy winning. Yep, Cool Boy on the points and Earl Spence by KO. Cool Boy on the points and Earl Spence by KO. Cool Boy on the points, Earl Spence. But that's the junk I'm telling y'all, like, you can't lose, whether you're an Inoue fan or you're a Cool Boy fan. That bet work for you. You know what I mean? That bet work for you. The junk on screen, that bet work for you. No winner, no nothing. Straight up. You know what I mean? That's almost not even a gamble. You know what I mean? I'm finna go put money I don't even get on that motherfucker to go the distance. You feel me? But that jump happened tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. You know what I mean? That's when the fight card start. Like when you go to sleep and you wake up, them fights gonna be on. You know what I mean? Tonight. When you go to sleep tonight and wake up, them jumps is going to be on. Right? I feel like you can't beat that one right there with a stick. Right? I got Cool Boy on the points, right? I got Cool Boy decision. I think this fight ain't gonna come down to power like everybody think. I think this fight gonna come down to who got the best defense, right? Both these guys can score. Both these guys can score. You know what I mean? Right? I think Cool Boy got more I think Cool Boy got better footwork. I think he's the bigger fighter. I think he gonna be able to control distance. You know what I mean? It's gonna be anyway. First fight at 122 is weight classes for a reason. You know what I mean? Type deal. I was stating earlier. He said 8 a.m. 14 anyway should start. Yep, the main event started at 7. The main card come on at 5. They fight start about 7 Central, 8 Eastern. But the main card start about 5, 6 a.m. You know what I mean? 5 Central, 6 Eastern. BVO was good. Yo, the Wise, D-Man Jr., my guy Thomas Davis was good. PGH, Mr. Mechanical was good. Mr. Mechanical, shout out my guy. Let me get everybody they love. What's good, Mr. Mechanical? My dog PGH, D-Man Jr. was good. Pepper, my boy BVO, TWT in the building. Queen Queep was good. TWT in the building. Jay Gill, Cut. TWT in the building. Yoda Wise, Mr. Arsenio Hall, Crush the Legend was good, Brody. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. The gang, Thomas Davis was good. TWT Yoda, Ghost. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ghost. Always. Shout out my guy, Ghost, my little brother Ghost. Yeah, I'll be beating up on, but you can't beat up on. Josh Sanders was good, Josh. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Josh. TWT in the building. As always, shout out my guy. Tay MMA. I gave Tay some love. Some love. Was good, Tay. And my boy Josh some love. Was good, Josh. I just want to say what's up to my people. I've been rude. I was going to running my mouth. I want to say what's up to y'all before I start back running my mouth. You know what I mean? Who else we got in here? Make sure I just want to make sure I got everybody. You know what I mean? This is everybody that's been rolling with me. Everybody else, went in the hiding. But this everybody that's been rolling. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. But yeah, I think it's gonna come down to their feet. Really, it's gonna be their feet, man. He said anyway gonna beat them to death. It's gonna be their feet, bro. It's gonna be their feet, BBO. The way anyway gotta get in on them. That ain't the way to get in on Cool Boy. You know what I mean? Brandon Figueroa. People looking at Brandon Figueroa. Brandon Figueroa is much bigger than Monster Inoue. Brandon Figueroa is relentless. Walk through you. That is not Monster Inoue. You know what I mean? And Brandon was getting hit with some stuff. It's just that we know at this point, Brandon not getting knocked out. Did y'all see Luis Neri hit Brandon Figueroa with all that shit? The reason that Brandon Figueroa is who he is because he beat Luis Neri. And if you go back and watch that fight, Luis Neri was beating his motherfucking ass. Luis Neri just got tired because he was like, damn, Brandon Figueroa still standing up. And I didn't hit that man with the goddamn kitchen sink, the bike, the bathroom. I didn't hit him with the baby. I didn't hit him with the shovel. I didn't stab him with the knife. I didn't hit him with his own arm. And he's still here. That's how he beat Luis Neri. You know what I mean? Monster Inoue ain't that. He don't get that. I'm going to walk you down. But Brandon Figueroa is a monster. He looked like a woman. He looked like he wore makeup, right? But that dude is a monster, right? You know what I mean? That dude is a monster. Type deal, right? He need to stop wearing makeup. I know they might be wearing makeup, bro. He ain't fooling me, bro. Your cheeks is not red like that, bro. But anyway, I digress. He be wearing eyeliner and some more stuff, bro. God, I know when I see it, bro. I ain't tripping. Y'all just look close. Look real close. But anyway, I digress. Brandon Figueroa can fight. But I digress. I think that boy dress up at night. But okay, I'm done. But you know what I'm saying, bro? That's a big dude, bro. He walking down. He relentless. He got a face of steel, face of chin. Inoue face been broken already. You know what I mean? He's not that imposing figure. That Brandon Figueroa is. You know what I mean? He can't take as much punishment as Brandon Figueroa can take. Brandon Figueroa be getting punched on. He don't even be cut, bleeding, bruised, or nothing. I think I seen that man bruised up one time. For real, like just really just really beat up one time. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Monster anyway, offense is his defense. He really doesn't have the best defensive game. He's an elite offensive fighter, and he's an average defensive fighter. Cool Boy is in a offensive fighter, and he's an a defensive fighter. You know what I mean? What I call Cool Boy an elite offensive fighter, I don't know, because I think he still can get better. I think he still got room to grow. Is he an elite? He's an elite fighter. You know what I'm saying? Is he an elite offensive fighter? Anyways, weight classes, he's been an elite offensive fighter. At Cool Boy weight classes, he's been the dominant fighter. Elite offensively, I don't know, but he damn sure is an A plus. He damn sure A on offense and an A on defense. Anyway, is an A plus on offense and about a C on defense. C plus if you want to give him that. But he's a C for sure on defense, an A plus on offense. And I'm giving Cool Boy an A and an A. You know what I mean? Type deal. I think he's the more complete fighter. He's the more complete fighter. I think defense is going to be the factor. And I think defense is going to be what separates these two. Mostly defeat. Defeat is going to be what separates these two. You know what I mean? I think you go see two guys equal in you're gonna see two guys equal in a lot of areas, right? But the biggest gap between them is going to be that defensive lapses. Now, where Cool Boy could get in trouble is Cool Boy get tired. If Cool Boy gas out, you know what I'm saying? If Cool Boy take his foot off the gas a little bit, right? Then that's where he could get in trouble. Because, you know, Monster ain't the guy you want to be in there gassed out or tired, not being able to, you know, get your shit off a move. You know what I mean? But also, Monster isn't that physically imposing like a Brandon Figueroa either, where he constantly putting that pressure on you all the time, walking you down and shit, being big as hell, being tall as hell, being long as hell, right? Throwing them fucking up. Anyway, not that kind of guy. He's quicker, but he's more methodical with it. Cool Boy is going to have more time to think in this fight than he had with Figueroa. Right, he had to fight Figueroa because that big motherfucker was just walking him down. He was like, bro, I just got it. He had to fight him. And when he was down, he had to say, fuck it, I'm finna fight him. It's not going to be that type of fight with anyway. It's not going to be that kind of fight with anyway. He said Cool Boy is everything people want Devin to be. And they are the same fighter, bro. I know what you're trying to do, right? But they the same fighter, bro. Devin just a little younger. He ain't got there yet. He ain't got to Cool Boy yet. He ain't got to 28 yet. But when Cool Boy was 23, you know what I mean? He was Devin Haney. He just didn't have the straps and shit like that. But same fighter, bro. Devin just ain't 28 yet. I like that comparison, BBO. I know what you was trying to do, BBO. You a slick motherfucker. I know what you was trying to do, BBO. But that's a good comparison, bro. That's a good comparison, though. You know what I mean? Because Cool Boy, and really Devin got more, you know, KOs than Cool Boy. But Cool Boy ain't really that knockout puncher like that. Neither is Devin. You know what I mean? But Cool Boy got a bigger bag than Devin right now. And I think they're just going to come with experience and comfortability. You know what I mean? I think Devin got to get, and he do though. He do. But I think Devin got to add more to his offensive game. You know what I mean? And tighten up that one little hicks he got in his defense where he like to bend over. You know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, it's special. Yeah, both these guys special, man. It's gonna be a special kind of fight, right? And that's why I think the only thing that's gonna really separate them, right? Because like some people feel like Inoue hit harder. Some people feel like Cool Boy the bigger person, so he hit harder. I feel like let's just say the power even. Some people feel like Inoue more skilled. Some people feel like Cool Boy more skilled, right? Let's just say the skill even. You know what I mean? But it's weight classes for a reason. You got a guy who is actually, right, was about to lead the weight class, who may be a little too big for the weight class, versus the guy who may be a little too small for the weight class. The difference is the guy who a little too big has already done it. He's been here. This is his weight class. You know what I mean? Type deal. I think it's gonna come down to, right, if the skill even, if the power's even, right, it's gonna come down to the dimensions of the fight. And I think the dimensions of the fight extremely favor Cool Boy Steph. You know what I mean? Minus Cool Boy Steph getting tired, Inoue gonna have a hard time. He gonna have his hands full. You know what I mean? Inoue got a lot of power, right? Easy go translate. And if it does translate, is he gonna be able to land it on Cool Boy like that? When y'all just seen Cool Boy get punched on, Cool Boy don't get punched on. Angelo Leo barely touched him. Figueroa touched him because he's a big guy. Anyway, don't have those dimensions. He's a big guy. He walked him down. He threw a lot of punches. Anyway, don't throw all those punches like that. You know what I mean? He's not as rangy. That dude he was bigger and longer than Fortune. Anyway, he's not bigger, nor is he longer than Fortune. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a different kind of fight. DP Rocker, what's good, DP? Appreciate you sliding through. Omega Red, what's good, Pimp? Shout out my guy Omega Red. Appreciate you sliding through. What's good? Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. D Freak, what's good, Pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. D Freak, where we at? It wasn't Cool Boy, it was his trainer. There you go. Shout out my guy D Freak. Yo, I got 19 people in the building. Can I get all 19 of y'all to hit that thumbs up for your boy? Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. I got 19 people in the building. I got 29 likes. I know more than 29 of y'all been through here. So can I get everybody in here to jab their thumbs up, that ain't jab their thumbs up? I know sometimes we come in, we get the roll. I know we be moving, we be, going to work. Someone's taking the kids to school, you know what I mean, type deal. So I understand it, but help your boy get going in there. Algo, hit that thumbs up for your boy. When I'm in here doing, this boxing breakdown, fam. I know y'all thought I wasn't going to do it, but I said I'm going to wake up, on the day of, and I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to get them they flowers the long way, the gang way. You know what I mean? I'm giving y'all a real show, like old school fashion show, you know what I mean? Because this fight is of that magnitude. I hadn't done my due diligence, this week with this fight, because there's been a lot going on this week, right? But it get greater later, you know what I mean? But we here today, right? We got this major fight. We got some legacies about to be made, man. We got some people lives about to change with this fight. Inoue and Cool Boy. You got Inoue fighting for his respect. You know what I mean? You got Cool Boy fighting for legacy. You know what I mean? I beat this guy. I'm the best. You got Inoue saying, I know I'm the best, right? But they don't believe me, but I'm going to make them believe me. I beat this guy. Then it ain't nothing else they can say. He's absolutely right. Inoue is 30 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Cool Boy, 29 years old, if I'm not mistaken, right? So these guys are in a prime. We get a prime fight between two of the best boxers in the world. Now, people would tell you Inoue is one of the best boxers in the world, and they don't even know this other guy, right? Casuals type deal, right? But they let you know that boxing is a bit skewed. You know what I mean? Because it's a bit skewed because why is it that nobody knows this guy, right? Why is it that nobody knows this guy, right? But this is the closest odds fights that Inoue didn't had in years. This is the closest odds fight as far as odds, for my gamblers. Inoue fights normally like minus 2,000, minus 12,000, minus 3,000, minus 2,800. Inoue is minus like 300, minus 300. This is the closest we ever seen an Inoue fight ever. You know what I mean? Why is this guy that nobody knows Inoue's closest fight ever? Because people know, right? How is this guy who hasn't been in nobody pound for pound, right? Bingo, Omega Red. How is this guy who hasn't been in nobody pound for pound, right? You don't see Cool Boy Steph on a list is nowhere. How is this guy who hasn't been on the list nowhere in Monster Inoue's best opponent? You know what I mean? He said, yeah, facts, Omega, though. All facts, though. You know what I mean? How's it that we never heard of, right? How's it that the casuals never heard of this dude? Now the whole world about to know who this dude is because he about to do this in Japan, right? He's an American. He's about to go to Japan, you know what I mean, and fight the dude that they've been calling the best in the world. They had this dude ranked above Terrence Crawford, above Tyson Fury, right? Quote, quote, above Earl Spence, right? Above Alexander Usyk, right? Now notice something. They start dropping Bud on down the list, and they start dropping Inoue on down the list, right? Because now they rank like 3, right, and 4. When they knew that they was about to fight the guys who probably should have been on the list anyway, Earl and Cool Boy, right? They do that to soften the blow. You know what I mean? I want everybody to pay attention to how they, first they had Bud number one all this time, then anyway number one all this time. Now Tyson Fury number one all this time, right? That's because they know possibly that they could lose these fights to Earl or Cool Boy, and now you got to put them number one on the top of their list, so they can't have a PBC fighter, black fighter, at the top of their list, right? You know what I mean? But I digress. Is it Cool Boy? Is it even above Jameer, right? They don't even have Jameer on them list, right? Chat D-Man. That's another example, bro. A guy like Jameer, right? Fighting Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? A guy that most people, we didn't see him on the list. At this point, I think Jameer is starting to build a name for himself. You know what I mean? He's starting to be, those twins are a little bit more recognizable these days. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's a good one though. You know what I mean? Him too. You know what I mean? Him too. Type deal. They got him. They don't be putting him on them lists type deal. But you see him fight Canelo type deal. His odds better than John Ryder's. You know what I mean? He ain't even in his weight class. That should tell you a lot. A dude 2 weight classes down come up, and they believe he got a better chance of beating you than John Ryder, who in your weight class. He's the only way mainstream media will promote a black fighter is there. Oh, dog. He said, Cool Boy goes to bed anyway is number pound for pound to Charlo versus Canelo. If Cool Boy goes to bed anyway, number one. If Cool Boy go to bed, he number one. If Cool Boy win, period, he got to be like number 2 or number 3. Whoever wins Earl versus Bud this weekend is number 1, bro. Whoever wins Earl versus Bud this weekend is number 1. If Inoue beat Cool Boy, he number 1. If Cool Boy beat Inoue, he number 2. But this weekend, it don't matter because whoever wins this weekend is go be number 1. You know what I mean? Whoever wins weekend go be number 1. But we got the 2 biggest fights of the year the same weekend. The same weekend. Anthony Jones, what's good, Ant? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ant. Glad you can make it, pimp. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. I got 19 people in the building. I got 32 likes. No more than 32 of y'all been through here. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you slide on in. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. We having us a boxing conversation real quick. That they go hate on them. What's good, Ant? Now, Earl most definitely gonna be number 1. I mean, I ain't even talking about they list. I'm talking about we know what's up. Our list, your list. Who in here? DP, D-Man, BVO, Anthony Jones, Omega Red. Y'all list hold more credit than the ESPN list to me. I'm talking about in actuality, bro. The lists that we come up here and we make hold more credit than them lists because we ain't got no horse in the race. We ain't got no reason to put no fighter above this fighter because he worked for me on my network. You know what I mean? I respect y'all list more than I respect those quote unquote official mainstream leagues. You know what I'm saying? We know who the best fighters is. We know more than them. Really, a lot of them be casuals. You know what I mean? A lot of them be casuals. You know what I mean? Right now, Mega Red, that's what they be doing, like fictional. That's what it be. Like until Monster Inoue beat Cool Boy Stiff, right? Putting him number 1 on the list is like putting Black Dynamite number 1 on the list, bro. For real. Pablo Escobar. What's good, Pablo? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Pablo. What's good, pimp? Gang member. No, just playing. China member. Appreciate you sliding through this joint. China member. But yeah, I know what you mean, Omega Red. I know exactly what you mean when you were saying until Inoue beat Cool Boy, putting him number 1 is like putting Black Dynamite on the pound for pound list. For real. It don't make sense, right? Both these guys, Cool Boy get to introduce himself to the world. That boy from Philly. He get to introduce himself to the world tonight, this morning. To me, in my mind, this fight tonight, y'all. The type of time I be on, it's tonight. Because it's 5 in the morning. Y'all know how the hell I work. You know what I mean? This jump tonight to me in my mind. Bro, Cool Boy get a chance to introduce himself to the world. And Monster Inoue get a chance to prove himself to the world. New to the world, prove himself to the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, take that he from Philly. No, them Philly boys be throwing hands, man. They be throwing hands and talking shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, he from Philly, man. We ride with him. We all from Philly tonight. Where Yoda. Can we all get a Philly pass tonight, man? We all need a Philly pass tonight, bro. We need to send all our goddamn hearts to Philly, to fucking Japan. You know what I mean? We need to send our nigga powers. We need to send our millennium powers, right? Everybody tonight before you go to bed, everybody at 9:30, we go all send our millennium powers to Cool Boy Step, and we go get this shit done. We go bring this shit back to the States, you know what I mean? And we go do it like that, you know what I mean? Anyway, get a chance to prove himself. Cool Boy get a chance to introduce himself to the world, man. This is the first mega fight, right? Well, I can't do Tank and Garcia like that because no matter how I feel about the competition, right? That was a mega fight, right? So this is the first championship level mega fight we go get this year, followed by the biggest championship level mega fight we could get with Earl and Bud this Saturday. You know what I mean? But this is the first championship level mega fight we could get. This feel like an undisputed fight, but it's not for undisputed. The reason it feel like an undisputed fight, right? Because you got the two best people, right? In this fight, belts don't matter. And these fights are for Cool Boy belts. You know what I mean? These fights are for Cool Boy belts. But in this fight, it ain't even about the belts. It's about number one versus number two, right? It's about big dog versus big dog. How did Cool Boy and Fulton get their fight done the same time Earl and Bud get their fight done? They've been beefing for years. The fans been talking about Inoue and Cool Boy. He need to fight Cool Boy. Cool Boy can't fuck with him. He'll knock him out, right? You know, back and forth, right? We've been talking about these, not necessarily them, right? But how the hell did we get them at the same time we get Earl? I ain't complaining, and Bud. What I'm saying is that, goddamn, you saw these guys as soon as it took him long enough, right? But as soon as Inoue came up, he made it happen. That's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But the fight here now, just like Bud said, we here now. You know what I mean? So none of that matter, right? But anyway, moved up. It took him long enough, but when he finally did, we got right to it. This fight ain't for undisputed, but it's most definitely the best versus the best. You know what I mean? Cool Boy beat Figueroa down there at that weight class with Figueroa's size, his activity, and his gas tank and his chin. I don't think nobody at 122 beating Figueroa outside of Cool Boy. Monster and Figueroa is going to be a hell of a fight when Cool Boy move up out this division. You better believe it, y'all. You better believe that's going to be a hell of a fight. You know, B-Fig is there. You know what I mean? B-Fig is down there. I ain't got off the B-Fig train. And nobody beat B-Fig but Cool Boy. And he had to work for that shit, boy. He had to dig down and go get that shit to B-Fig. You know what I'm saying? That is not go be easy. Luis Neer is still down there. You know what I mean? Bro, that division tight, decent. Like, people sleep on how good that division is. The fact that Inoue in that division now, and he got to start fighting these people, y'all about to see. Y'all about to see what Cool Boy was doing down there. Just wasn't no walk in the park. That just wasn't easy. That dude made that look easy. You know what I mean? That wasn't easy down there. But this jump about to get good. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Philly with this on Cool Boy. If he lets Pearl Harbor Part 2 happen." Nah, they ain't go. Nah, they ain't gonna disown him, man. They ain't gonna disown him. You can't disown him. He a champion, bro. He did too much. He still gonna be. Come on now, he can't. He gonna be a champion in his new division. He lose this fight to Inoue, right? He move up and he still become a champion, right? You know what I mean? Like, nah, they ain't gonna disown him because he gonna be one of the greats, bro. He gonna be one of them ones, and he gonna prove it tomorrow morning, about 10 hours from now, about 9 hours from now, about 10 hours from now, about 12 hours from now. Yep. About 15 hours from now. Now about 12 hours from now. Now he gonna get a chance to prove it. He said, "Salute to y'all topic, but I know where all the videos from Tank supporters about him not signing the contract like he said he would." What is feeling like, right? Me and my guy knockout 86 TV. We talked about this yesterday, man. We was talking about the fights that's probably gonna happen, right? Regis and Tank. Regis and Devin, Shakur, Loma, Cambosis. We ain't really sure who Tank gonna fight. My thing is, if Tank send anybody a contract, right, that will supersede everybody playing, right? Whatever you about to do, if Tank send you a contract, you dropping what you're doing, you negotiate with him. I said yesterday, right? Tank will have to be the one that make that happen. You know what I'm saying? If he go fight, my guy Knockout said maybe my guy Knockout want Tank to go at T.O. at 140, right? And that will make sense, right? Because they will make him and Devin Haney meet at 140 for belts. Devin fight Regis, he fight T.O., right? But if he want to do it like now, you know what I mean? If Tank say, hey, I want to fight you, whatever you got going on is stopping. You know what I mean? Inside the square. Like if Tank say the word, whatever you got going on is go stop and you go fight Tank. So outside of that happening, we kind of just gotta, see how shit shake out. Because everybody gotta have an option B. You can't sit around and wait for Tank to offer you because that's how you won't be in shape. You gotta stay ready, right? But a Tank offer supersedes everything that you got going. So I feel like in those situations, we be putting the onus on everybody else to do this and do that. When really it is Tank. You know what I mean? It's him that's gonna have to send that contract. It's him that's gonna have to, let them, hit them people up. You know what I mean? Like because he the A side in it, right? You know what I mean? He said, yeah, Cal, the only Tank supporter, keep it real, but damn, Tank can fight TL14, but not Devin. The goalpost move for Tank is getting out of hand. But if Devin is fighting Regis, I got Cool Boy decision boxing MMA. Look, this I got Cool Boy decision, but boxing MMA, this the play right here. Like I'm a big Cool Boy decision, of course. I'm a big Cool Boy decision, and I'm a big Cool Boy straight up. And I'm a bet the fight just to go the distance. The fight just to go the distance, bro, is plus 120. You know what I mean? So I mean, you put $100 on it, you win 220, right? I'm gonna put put the house on it. I'm gonna put the house on that fight just to go the distance. That way, I don't gotta pick a winner, right? I'm gonna bet it in the parlay. I'm gonna bet Cool Boy in the parlay, right? But I'm betting the house on that joint just to go the distance. You know what I mean? Because I can't go wrong with it. I'm going to win, right? Whatever you bet, you go double it. You bet 100, you get 2. You bet 50, you get 1. You bet 25, you get 50. Whatever you bet, it's go double. You bet 500, you win 1,000. All they got to do is go the distance. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the safest jump. I feel like you can't beat that. I feel like you can't beat that with a stick. You know what I mean? You can't beat that with a stick. Can't beat that with a stick if it was 6. So I'm going big. I'm going big on that. I'm gonna parlay it with some stuff from today. You know what I mean? But I'm going big on that, man. I'm going big. I'm going big on that, man. I'm going big on that. When y'all do boy favor, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. But yeah, that's the joint I would recommend. I'm betting Cool Boy points though. I got Cool Boy to win on points. I'm taking them on points, but I'm most definitely loading up on them. You know what I mean? I'm loading up on them. But BVO said T.O. beat the sleeves off Tank. You know what I mean? But yeah, but when it come to that, it takes it's him that gotta initiate those things, right? So it's really up to him and what he go do. Now, this Chris Colbert thing that's floating around, I ain't biting into that. I ain't getting into that nonsense because I hope it's nonsense. I know Tank. I hope Tank better than that, right? I hope he better than that. If everybody is gonna do that, everybody is continuing with their career because they can't sit and wait on Tank to offer them, right? But if Tank say, y'all making 2 lays, D-man, I'm stacking that bet and then I'm gonna make a parlay. That bet gonna be by itself. I ain't putting no parlay on that one. I'm gonna take that. I'm just gonna bet a little money on it. I'm gonna bet some bread on it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bet some bread on it. Whatever you bet, you could double it up basically with it just to go the distance. If you bet Cool Boy to win, you could triple it up, right? If the fight to go the distance, you double up everything. Cool Boy to win on points, you tripling up everything. And actually might be more than that by the time the fight starts because you know them people in Japan gonna be coming in betting on anyway, which what they doing. That's why Cool Boy line is flipping like that because a lot of them is betting on Monster. You know what I mean? This is the closest Monster fight ever been. Monster never had a fight where his odds was this close. Him and Donner fight odds weren't even this close. You know what I mean? He's a Robeisy KO 712. I'm doing in the co-main. Yup, that's a good one. That's a good one. I gotta check out Robeisy opponent, right? I got Robeisy to win for sure. How I got him to win, I ain't sure. I gotta check out his methods. I gotta check out his methods and his odds and whatnot. You know what I mean? But now, yeah, if you know, there was knockout was saying he won't see him go after TO. But yeah, if Tank go after TO, that's perfect. But you know, these people doing other stuff, right? They doing other stuff until Tank send them an offer, until Tank say, all right, let's come route. But Tank is gonna be the one that control those fights actually happen. They just gotta continue their career, you know what I mean, until it happens, right? Because Tank pretty much told Devin before I'm gonna get to you when I get to you. But then he did just say, I want to fight you and Shakur, right? So, you know, I at this point the ball is in Tank court. I really feel like, you know what I mean? Truthfully, it's in his court. Really, it's in his court. You know what I mean? But I digress. What's good, Skid? He said T.O. be the will actually be the best fighter Tank ever fought. I actually think Tank bluffing T. I lost all faith in Tank. Actually want to fight elite fight. That dude got y'all fooled, bro. Now I want to see Tank fight in elite fighters, but I want to see him fight somebody where I feel like that he might. I want to see Tank fight at least, you know, even if they can't beat him, even if Tank still gonna go in there and knock him out, right? Just at least somebody we believe stand a chance. You know what I mean? I could see Tank pass the eye test, but Tank also got to still prove himself. Like he's the cash cow, and that's a popularity contest, right? But he still has to prove himself against the you know, the top of the divisions, right? Now we can say what they all do, right? But when you look at it, for Tank to be as far along in his career as he is, and for him to have, you know, an even resume as those guys, you know what I mean? That's pretty tough when those guys are only like 23, 24 years old. He like 28, 29. You know what I mean? Type deal. Like Tank has fought some good fighters like Leo Santa Cruz, right? Leo uh Francisco Fonseca, right? Early Francisco Fonseca, Gamboa, a little earlier Gamboa, right? He got some fights, but just like they few far in between at this point. You know what I mean? But I don't think I don't think I don't think like I said, Tank passes the eye test. I just think it's time for him. You know, it's time for him to get in the ring with, you know, somebody that we want to see him fight. You know what I mean? He did it with Ryan Garcia, right? But we know what happened in that fight. But you know, actually, it just, you know, how about, you know, we you know, he just do what he, you know, he said he would do, right? Hit up Devin or Shakur. You ain't got to fight both of them right now. You know what I mean? But hit up either or, right? I would rather, you know, it be Devin. You know, that's the fight, right? That's the one. That's y'all got a real smoke, like it's history there, type deal. Y'all both are free right now. Again, he negotiated with Reeves, but if a Tank fight come along, you know, you dropping everything for that Tank fight. And you don't really send Tank a contract. Tank got to send you a contract. You know what I mean? But I digress, right? Cool boy anyway. It's cool boy anyway now. But that's the best bet, you know what I mean, all right there. I don't Tank got he said Tank got y'all food. Now I know what's up. You know what I mean? I know what's up. I just want to see him, you know, prove himself. Like anyway tonight, anyway fighting Cool Boy, right? And we can segue there right back into the conversation, right? Anyway fighting Cool Boy, right? To prove himself. You know what I mean? He jumped up in the weight class, right? And he went straight to the best guy in the division. And we can conclude that he is the best guy in the division because we know why MJ Marjoran never wanted to fight Cool Boy. He lost his belt. He lost his belt to in his last fight. I forgot the guy's name. right now, a pretty decent fighter, right? But a guy, right, you supposed to be if you was gonna fight Cool Boy. But now we know why MJ never wanted to fight Cool Boy because he kind of got outboxed in the fight before the last fight, and then in his last fight, he actually did lose his belt, right? So at this point, we really can't conclude with Cool Boy being the longest reigning champion of the division, right, and beating Brandon Figueroa, right, who beat Luis Neri, right, who those were seen as the best guys in that division, right? Brandon, Figueroa, Cool Boy, Neri, right? Figueroa, Cool Boy, Neri. Those were seen as the best guys in the division, right? Brandon Figueroa beat Neri, and then shit, Cool Boy beat Figueroa, right? MJ was down there avoiding everybody right on the zone. He ended up losing, so he just proved us that he wasn't that good. So the longest reigning champion is Cool Boy. The winner of this fight, you know what I mean? The winner of this fight is the best, right now will be considered the best fight in the division because you got Cool Boy who pretty much cleaned out the division, ran through the division, right? And if Monster is able to come in here and able to beat Cool Boy, then in one fight, he's already considered the best fight in the division. If he could beat Cool Boy, the rest of the division gonna be in trouble. And I think that fight with Brandon Figueroa is still interesting. If Brandon Roy decides to come back down, because Brandon Figueroa he did move up actually, so Figueroa not even down there. But he'll go back down there for anyway. But I actually do think Brandon Figueroa moved up to 126. You know what I mean? So Figueroa not even down there no more. Figueroa moved up. Kuba was about to fight Figueroa at a higher division. Figueroa moved up after he lost to Cool Boy. He said it on the mic because he was like, Cool Boy said we can run it back. Cool Boy said we can run it back. And then Figueroa said, nah, I'm moving up. You know what I mean? So Figueroa did move up. He said, T, this is an undisputed fight because either will be Topples. Yeah, Topples, that's who it was. Yep. Pretty decent fighter too. Yeah, Topples. Yep. He beat MJ. But you supposed to beat that guy, right? If you go be on the level of Monster and Cool Boy, if you MJ. So the winner of this fight tonight is most definitely is the king of this division. You know what I mean? Y'all got 15 people in the building. I got 36 likes. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all get your boy right. We in here having us a boxing conversation. If y'all want to see, you know what I mean, that hand wrap process, that thing is up in there. Go back about an hour or so. You know what I mean? We've been in here cooking for a minute. I want to make sure, man, I gave y'all a good boxing conversation because I ain't gave y'all a good boxing conversation. You know what I mean in a minute type deal. So I wanted to make sure I did my due diligence. That I do my due diligence, right? But these fights start at 5 a.m. You know what I mean type deal. But this and then right to get this one and then top of that jump right with Earl and Bud. We winning right now as boxing fans. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how much we winning right now. With this week that's coming up. With this week that's coming up, we got Cool Boy fight week and Earl Spence fight week, Brandon. Cool Boy anyway, right? Not just no regular old. You know what I mean? Not just no regular old fight. You know what I mean? We got Cool Boy and Monster the same week as Earl and Bud. He said Ramirez, Shimizu on the same card. Who wins? I gotta do my homework on Shimizu. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not really familiar with him. I'm familiar with Robis Ramirez, right? So I'm taking him to win. But I got to do my matter of fact, let's check that box, right? Because of course, I'm taking Ramirez, but I do need to see how I think Ramirez will win, right? So let's go and do that jump right now. Let's go and do that jump right now. Let's go and do that jump right now. Robisi Ramirez. Let's go and do that fight breakdown prediction right now, right? Because I feel like I'm taking Robisi, but let's see how I'm gonna take Robisi, right? I know I'm taking Robisi, but let's see how I'm gonna take Robisi 12-1, 7 KOs. You got Shitashi, Sotashi, Shotashi, Shimizu, 11-1. So he got one loss. They both got one loss. Shimizu got 10 KOs, then stopped once. Ooh, I think I know who this is. I think I do know who this is. Ooh, It's Tay birthday? I ain't know that. Hold on. I ain't know it's Tay birthday. Happy birthday, Tay. Happy birthday. But yeah. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out. 5'11" with a 71-inch arm reach. Robisi Ramirez. Yep, 5'6" with a 6'8" arm reach. So he got 2 inches, 3 inches in arm reach on him. And shit. 5 inches in height. Yeah, he is tall. Dog Bay, Nova. Okay, let's see who beat him. Joe Nione, 21-3, 9 KOs. Been stopped once. He lost to Liam Wilson. Robisi Ramirez on the points. Robisi on the points. Robisi decision. Yeah, birthday, Tay Tay. MP, what the fuck was good? You just sliding through this thing, MP. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Robisi on the points. But I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too much longer, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through. I got a couple more videos dropping, so y'all make sure y'all tune in today, man. We go get to it like we get to it. Appreciate y'all folks sliding in. I got Cool Boy Step winning this fight tomorrow morning by decision. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be an exciting fight. Monster Inoue, he coming in to prove himself. Cool Boy coming in to introduce himself to the world. Should be a damn good fight. You know what I mean? If y'all don't be up, I'm gonna wake y'all up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure I get my rest today, man, so I can be good and energized. You know what I mean in the morning, type deal. But you basically y'all saw what we did today. Y'all saw what we just did today. Basically, what we just did is the same thing that we gonna do tomorrow. You see the time that I came on. You see how we did this live stream. That's gonna be the gap in between that the fight's on. So at this time tomorrow, right? Cool Boy and Anyway will probably be over with by now. It'd be like in the last round or something like that. They'll be closing that thing out. They'll be about round 11, round 12. You know what I mean? They'll be about in round 11, round 12. You know what I mean? Or something like that right now. So basically the show I just did, that's gonna be the gap. You know what I mean? Where the that the fight set, right? So, it wasn't that bad. Like, they want that bad. They want that bad, right? But I digress. Skin Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.